Welcome back to the Fanspeak Network and another episode of Sibling Showdown. This is our, I think, second to last weekly BBM live draft with my brother, and we'll do that in just 1 minute. That's right. This is Wednesday night. We are recording another episode of Sibling Showdown live draft in the BBM streets. And Steve, this is our second to last one because it's this week, next week, and then we turn our attention to all our in-season schedule, which we are planning and hashing out right now. Steve, how are you doing in the home stretch?
Doing good. Doing a ton of slows still. Doing a couple live drafts every day. Both BBM marathons. Haven't done many sprints yet, but probably will do a couple starting this weekend. But yeah, just really enjoying the end of the best ball season.
Yeah, Andrew says, can't believe it's almost over. It really is. I mean, you got to get it all in here in this week and next week, and it's just wild. Yeah. So yeah, I'm guessing BBM will fill that right around that September 1st or 2nd, like right around Labor Day. And then they'll really be, I'm guessing, pushing the sprint and the marathon those last couple of days before the season. Yeah. But I personally want to have most of my drafting done that Monday or Tuesday because I really want to then focus on in-season, which, by the way, we will have a lot of great in-season content. If you watched earlier, I was on with Spread and Tyler. We did the NFC best bets, future bets, NFC best future bets. Check that out on the channel. Next Wednesday, we do AFC best future bets. That'll take us right into the sports betting season, which we are going to have now 3 sports betting shows. We're going to have sides and totals with Spread and Tyler on Tuesdays. Tyler, myself, and hopefully Steve are going to be doing props and parlays and all that good stuff on Thursdays. And I just talked to Justin and Andrew, and they're going to have a Friday night betting show covering all sorts of angles too. So 3 betting shows. Steve and I are going to have a DFS show. Andrew and Justin are going to have a daily underdog daily shows. So we're going to cover every angle you possibly need. So be sure to sub to the Fanspeak Network. And of course, like this episode while you're at it. We're also going to have a ton of great in-season content on fanspeak.com. But for these next 2 weeks, Steve, we're still in the BBM streets. We're still in the best ball streets. We're finishing up. We're pushing our exposures. Which guys are you trying to push up like these last couple weeks?
I'm definitely trying to get more Texans, more Bears.
That's fair. I like that. Yeah.
I when best ball season started, I was in on Texans, and then just kind of the receivers. There was just I didn't like that they're all priced so similar because I knew it's inefficient. It's definitely inefficient. But the way I look at it now is this offense is too good. Probably 2 of these guys are going to hit. So hope you're lucky and just get exposure to all 3 of them. CJ Stroud, I think, is going to be amazing this year. Second year in the system, better O-line, better weapons, healthier team. I mean, people forget basically every one of his weapons last year was injured, missed time last year. Dell missed multiple games. Collins missed a couple games. Schultz missed a couple games. The O-line was completely banged up. And not just those guys, other weapons, like guys like Robert Woods, Hutchinson, everyone was injured last year for the Texans. So odds are they're better this year in that department. So, and then, Caleb Williams, I've been watching preseason and listening to camp reports. The hype is real. I taught in college for 3 years. This guy can do it all. And unlike, people look at just his completion percentage, things like that, he's making the tough throws. And this is not
necessarily very Mahomes-esque. It really is.
Yeah, this is Mahomes. This is Aaron Rodgers. This is that just elite field general, I'm smarter than everyone else on the field. And I know my arm is better than just basically anyone who's played the game. And this is the thing, people look at, we're obviously Washington fans, and people look at Jaden Daniels, and he's completed basically every ball, but he's only thrown 2 passes downfield.
Horizontal air raid.
Yeah, he's only thrown the ball once over the middle.
So excited to watch that offense.
This is partly the Cliff Kingsbury offense, partly it's,
now I'm hating the Cliff hire. I'm so bored.
Well, The thing is, like, there is a second side to it, but I think Kingsbury, which is smart, I think he's trying to
the offensive line blows.
Yes, I think he understands the limitations of the offensive line, and he's also introducing Jaden Daniels to the NFL because he's not as NFL ready as, say, Caleb Williams. And so I think he's trying to be smart and not get him killed out there in preseason. And I think he's trying to build some confidence. Unlike we see some of these quarterbacks who get thrown out to the wolves. Look at Sam Darnold. His very first NFL pass was a pick six. And look how that turned out with the Jets and Adam Gase. So, there is some value to that. But I do think, we can't just compare completion percentage numbers and things like that. But like you look at his incomplete and they were like on the money.
Yeah. No, Caleb was fun to watch, and I am really excited. And the answer of what do I want, more Bears and Texans? That's a good answer because I've kind of been crippled by that. Okay, there's 3 receivers in the top 6 rounds or whatever, and I get I don't have enough, and I probably do need to. So if we get our opportunity, we'll get some Bears and Texans here. Andrew in chat says Underdog released a new contest. Obviously kind of, I think, an influencer contest, but I know Eagles on Twitter mentioned it today, like really good 7.4% rate, $10 entry, 5 max, 10 entry, 10K to first, really good advance rate. So I need to check that out since I've been obsessed with that. Yes, Steve, any other thoughts? I mean, we have 2 more drafts to get to try to win $1.5 million together. So let's not mess this up. Any other thoughts before we jump into the underdog streets?
No, I think the other thing that, that I want to get more of, but I've been on all along, is just continuing to pump the Chiefs. Patrick, speaking of looking like Patrick Mahomes, well, Patrick Mahomes is looking like Patrick Mahomes. Throwing behind his back, and that's, I'm still taking Hollywood Brown. I'm taking the multi-round discount. If he misses a week, misses 2 weeks, I don't care.
Who cares? Yeah.
Kelsey still looks like Kelsey. Worthy looks amazing.
He's old.
Yeah, I don't care. Kelsey's still going to dominate this league.
Justin asked me what questions you're going to be on Jeopardy, which, by the way, you see the ticker on the bottom before we jump in. Quick reminder, 8-hour live stream. Andrew and I are hosting it 4 p.m. to midnight this Friday, 2 days from now, August 23rd, 4 p.m. to midnight. Join Andrew and I and many, 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 many fun guests. I just put the tweet out today. I'll remind you tomorrow and probably lots of reminders on Friday. Check it out. It's going to be fun. We're going to have 7 live drafts during that 8-hour live stream, but there's going to be 1 hour where it's Best Ball Jeopardy again. Andrew and I played. Andrew beat me. Now it's Steve versus spread. Who takes it? That's gonna be fun. And so Justin had some questions specific, like he had a Jatavian Sanders question for me and a Washington question for Andrew and I, and different guys we drafted a lot. And I was like, Steve's like me, he loves Dak stacks. And I said something about old players and joked around about that. But yeah, you're a Kelsey stan. You still support the Kelsey shares. No, the Chiefs are getting exposure. I've probably gotten the most because I made a conscious effort of it, and his price is raised, and I don't care. Is Pacheco's who I have the most of, but I am trying to now get all of them, even Rice, who I was very stubborn about because I thought he was going to be suspended. But what I will say is I do think Rice still falls down the pecking order, especially once Brown comes back. Really? You really? Okay. All right. What makes you think that? I'm actually, because that's not a consensus feeling. Yeah, I think I think if you look at it the way Andy Reid likes to play football, he likes receivers who go deep, speed, tack vertically. Patrick Mahomes is probably the best deep ball thrower in the league. And he's got 2 guys, especially once Hollywood Brown comes back, who can do that. So Kelsey's going to be the guy who's going to eat over the middle. And so I think it's going to be Worthy and Hollywood, getting like the deep vertical shots that we used to see Tyreek Hill or back in the Eagles days with Andy Reid, Deshaun Jackson. And then I think Kelsey's going to eat over the middle. I think Rice is going to get his. I think this is going to be, they're going to throw for 5,000 yards. But
I still would be
sure to make that bet on FanDuel or DraftKings. We were talking again. Check out. We didn't cover AFC. We'll cover that next week. But we covered NFC best bets, and I did some fun ones with quarterback, receiver, running back, and some parlays on touchdowns because I love touchdown hunting. But you can bet. Obviously the parlay. Passing yards, and alt those up for sure. So those are fun bets too. All right. So Chiefs, Texans, Bears are trying to get as much access to them. And I have to say, people are overreacting to this Bijan, like Algier getting this X-Men of touches. I'm not scared. If Bijan falls in this draft, we're taking him. We got to see where we get. But okay, if anybody wants to join us, we are getting into a BBM in 3, 2, 1. I'm clicking on my phone. And there's only one more to start. So if you lay down, if you want to get in with us, so hopefully you can get in or got in. And I'm going to bring it up now. Let's see. I've got my slows going. Where is the BBM?
I think you just passed it. I think you just passed it.
Is it because it shows based on picks away?
It showed a clock.
There it is. Person. Everything else is slow. I'm in slow draft hell right now. Okay, we're at the 5 spot. So probably
not Bijan.
Yeah, no, Bijan's not gonna. That wouldn't be. I mean, I have taken Bijan at 5, but you're not getting a falling Bijan at 5. So it doesn't look like we have any, and maybe we just didn't time out good on that one. So I'm sorry if you wanted to get in, weren't able to. But drafting along with us anyways. And thank you for joining us in the stream. Again, be sure to like this episode. Subscribe if you have not already. Tell a friend. We're on a road to 1K, and we are very excited for our live stream on Friday. So be sure to mark your calendar and join us for that. The draft is starting. We're at the 5 spot. What are you doing here then? I mean, I need some more Breece Hall too. I mean, he's one. I'm bullish on Justin Jefferson. We're going to be up in 1.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with anyone here. Obviously, I was going to say maybe Amon-Ra since you have a little less than him.
I have a little less Amon-Ra. Yeah, these are the two that.
I say go Jefferson.
We just talked about Bijan. I'm fine taking Bijan here because I don't think there's any. I have. Yeah. I mean, I actually want my Bijan shares to be more higher, but
I say go Jefferson.
I kind of want to get above the field on Jefferson, so I kind of like that. So that is what we will do, and I was able to. Oh, we have Hartman in chat. Thank you for joining us. 2 BBMs left that Steve and I are drafting together. So we've done Sibling Showdown all off season, all summer long. And so I don't know how many we have total together, Steve, but we'll have to, I have labeled them all in case we have a winner or a finalist or anything exciting. But no, Steve and I have drafted essentially every Wednesday this summer, a live Sibling Showdown together. We're not drafting against each other. We're a brother and sister, but we fight about picks. So that's our showdown sometimes. But no. So we have this Wednesday tonight and next Wednesday, and that'll be our last Sibling Showdowns together. I have about 15 left. I'm doing 75 BBMs. I'm doing half, because I made it a goal that I wanted to do as many of those amazing advance rates. Andrew mentioned another one they just dropped today, but I did a bunch of the Chow Chow, I did a Dalmatian. I did, they had the Pitbull 20 Max, all those ones that were like really good advance rates. My goal was to get more than that than BBM. So I think I'm going to have over 100 of those, 75 BBM. And then I'm going to have give or take 50 of the other stuff, like weekly winners and marathon, sprint, super flex, that kind of stuff. And it'll get me to 250, which is the rake back. So those were my hashtag goals. We got Green Bean chat. Hey, good to see you. Bruni in chat. He missed the draft. I'm so sorry that we got in at the end. I apologize, Bruni. But he got pick 4 in the next lobby. So Bruni, keep us posted how your draft goes. Bruni is definitely on the road to 150. I believe I talked to him today. He has 26 left. So after this draft, he will have an even 25. Hartman is maxing, 9 left to max. Good luck on the road to maxing. We got Star Kindler in chat. I saw Star Kindler on show with Tyler, who's joining us on the stream, I believe at 5 o'clock on Friday. Check out Tyler. But I saw Star Kindler on with Tyler, I believe, this weekend. So good to see you in chat as well. Love to see it, folks. And we are about to come back up. Let's see if Steve and I debate this one. So, Bijan actually went 8 and then 9 Brees, then, kind of the receivers you think. Saquon, Devon, I can never say his name. Achan. A lot of run on running backs here, which typically is what we like to hit in the second round.
I would take Nico.
Yeah, we just talked about the Texans, so that would be, and I'm just slightly over the field, as you can see, using best ball overlay. And I will pull that up to show you guys that, as you can see, it shows the exposures on the screen, helps us make correlated decisions in draft. But then I can also pull up best ball overlay to see my combinations, to mix up my combinations, because that's especially important this time of year. Types of builds, combinations, playoff stacks, that kind of stuff. So I'll pull over best ball overlay, see what I've done with Jefferson Nico start, or how many Jefferson Nico starts I have. So we'll be back up rather quickly at 29. You and I like the anchor RB, double anchor RB, unless like a cup was still there.
Yeah, running back's gone quick in this draft.
This is like a Meg and Steve draft. Now we just talked about the Chiefs, and I talked about my Pacheco obsession. It went massive run on running back. So we're not going to force and reach, but and damn it. Okay, we're going to have to go, a little different here, and maybe we can get like a Josh Jacobs next round. So
we could.
What's that?
Well, Devonta Adams, if he's still there, but we could go the Bears, DJ Moore, if get all 3 teams,
Oh, that's true. That's true. So I do love, do love who just went. Devonta Adams just went. You get exposure to the best football team in football, Devonta Smith. All those are the options for me personally. I was trying to pull up best ball overlay, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it quick enough to see my combinations with Jefferson Nico, because I'm sure I have a couple starts like that. If you had your choice, so DJ Moore goes, Brandon Ayuk, Devonta Smith, again, it would be a reach on anything else. So
yeah, I would probably go Devonta Smith.
Let me see if I'm going to put him, just out of curiosity, 14 seconds, why? And I'm just going to pull up and see if I haven't.
I mean, look, I love the 49ers offense, obviously, but there's going to be more volume in the Eagles offense, and less of it's going to go to the tight end and running back than is in the 49ers offense.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, Steve, you and I have been like hammering the anchor RB, double anchor RB, and this room ain't having it. So, maybe we could get like a Josh Jacobs with our next pick. I'm pulling up the overlay now to see what combos I have with our start, but kind of interesting that we did get, DJ Moore went. Sorry, I was going to say that we got both the Bears and Texans. We didn't.
Yeah, no, Moore went right before us.
Yeah. So I do have 3, just to see, so I'm not doing the same things. 3 Jefferson Nico teams.
Did either of them have Devonta?
That's what I'm checking.
Or any 3 of the 3?
I had 2 of the 3 had Cup, but they were obviously earlier, Yeah. Because now as we saw, Cup went earlier. None of them had none of those 3 teams had Devonta Smith. And how many picks away are we? No, still, sorry, I'm on another screen. Really have to get multi screens next year, like the streamers do here for to look at all these things, different screens for best ball overlay, for the draft, for any other research I want to do. So yeah. All right. So we are coming around the 3-4 turn. It goes Allen, first quarterback off the board, ETN, Michael Pittman, Dalton Kincaid. And then we're about 4 or 5 picks away. I'd gotten Cup in 2 and Pacheco in 1, it looks like. Oh my God, no, one I got. This just shows you the value you can get at different points of the year. I had gotten one Jefferson, Nico, Cup, Pacheco. Oof, that's nice.
Yeah.
Couldn't do that now. And this is why you draft all times of the year, because there's some combos now that are going to be better than combos I got then, and there's some combos then that are going to, you know, that you can't get anymore.
Whoa, Stroud went.
Whoa.
Second quarterback.
We
didn't see that happening.
Yeah. La Lane went, wanted to do that Dell Stroud stack. Hey, it's a go get your guys season. It's a go get your guys season.
That it is. Well, maybe we just take Hurts here since Stroud's off the board.
Do you stack Hurts, or do you just want to get another share of Mahomes? Because I need more Mahomes.
We could do Mahomes.
Or do we do the stack? I mean, I think either is fine with me. I'll let you choose. I obviously have a lot more Hurts.
Let's go Mahomes.
I just want to check something really quick. I just want to see how many. I have Mahomes queued up first, right?
Yeah.
I think I only have one or two. They're not uploaded yet of Devonta. I mainly have AJ Brown Hurts stacks, but that's okay. Okay, so then we need to start queuing up some other Chiefs. And I will queue them all up, so we'll keep an eye on them. We'll be up in 8. This is definitely different for you and I. Where did Jacobs end up going? Did he go kind of above ADP too? Yeah. Wait, where did
he hasn't gone yet?
Oh, okay. Okay, ETN went. Oh, there he is. I hadn't scrolled up. Whoa. So I'm gathering Rice will be gone, but really, since I haven't gotten Rice shares because I was being stubborn, I really thought the dude was going to get suspended. And then now he's just skyrocketed with looking like no suspension, and Brown gets hurt. But again, we're not overly worried about the Brown thing. So I don't mind getting more on a now falling Rice, which is wild because, but he goes. So.
Well, Kelsey's still there.
Oh, shit. I didn't even queue.
If he falls here way below.
All right. I'll take the old man.
I don't know if Yo Lisa's gonna let him fall to us.
Okay, well, we'll see what Lisa does.
Should Kittle.
Jeez. Okay. I mean, I like Kittle better too, but okay. We'll do the stack of that's Kelsey 14 spots past ADP. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. We got Kelsey at 53.
And in the stack.
Yeah. Let's put the board back up and then check in with the chat. Justin in his got Allen win at 27. So yeah, it's a go get your guys season. Lucky room here, CJ, and then Jordan Love in the 4th. Oh wow. Wait, Jordan. Oh, on his. I was gonna say, did Jordan Love go in the 4th on ours? But
yeah, no, that's what he's talking about.
Wait, where? I don't. Oh, yes, he did.
Mahomes
okay.
And Love and Hurts. Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't even notice that when.
I didn't even notice that either because I was so focused on what we were.
I was focused on getting the Chiefs and.
Yeah. Wow. That is wild.
I just saw that.
That is wild. Green Bean, are you in this room? If so, I don't see let us know if you're in the draft with us. Well, I don't have many Kelsey shares, so I will happily take him when he's that far past ADP. Big ADP fall, Henry to 43. I mean, what is going on in the BBM streets here, people? I guess we just and 'tis the season between go get your guys, balance out your exposures, newbies coming in. It's wild. It's wild here in the streets. I mean, definitely like setting up stacks that you used to are just like so much different.
Oh, I mean, when we got Nico, I was like, well, let's try for Stroud in that 6th round. That's like the perfect spot for him because his ADP is like 69, 70 and something like that. And you need to get in here soon. Absolutely. I was so shocked. The Stroud one, 2nd quarterback off the board.
Yeah, that's wild. if anybody doesn't know, follow Best Ball Nation. This is Felix. He won the Millie Maker a couple years ago on DraftKings. Again, be sure to follow
pretty good right now.
Best Ball Nation on YouTube. His Twitter handle is, now I'm blanking on it, but he's Felix Castro on Twitter. DK Millie Maker winner, and he won it with Najee Harris. So he is a very loyal Najee Harris drafter, has a huge exposure room. Najee's one of my highest owned. Now I only have about 24%. Felix has like 80 or 90%. But I always said if some player wins me 7 figures, I'm gonna probably do 80 or 90% of them forever too. So
and right now he's in a good spot with Warren likely to maybe miss some early time.
Yes. And so, and Crying Buffalo on Twitter, just remembered. Hollywood Brown's still there. Obviously, it's a little before you could probably let him fall farther.
Yeah,
we've got our guest who's going to be on 5 o'clock hour of the 8-hour live stream. On at 5 o'clock, we've got Tyler in the chat. Good to see Tyler. He and I will be drafting together on Friday at 5, 8-hour live stream. He's our guest at 5 p.m. Okay, so what do you want to do here?
I think we should take White or Walker.
I like Walker better. Damn it. I mean, are you nervous at all about Walker or White, like without a Dave Canales system?
No.
Because here's who I like better, James Conner, like in the next round. Or I don't know if he's going to follow us, though.
I mean, I love James Conner, but I like Rashard White. I think there's a lot to think that there are.
Or do we get Fat Keenan fall and then we open up a Caleb stack? 10 seconds.
No, I would go White. And then
think we
see if we can get Brown.
I need more Caleb and Browns.
Yeah, but are we really, with taking Mahomes, are we really taking Caleb?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not focusing. I'm sorry.
I mean,
it's been a long day.
Let's be honest. Caleb might be gone in the next round.
Oh, I know. You're absolutely right on that. You are absolutely right. Okay, so, really quick. I want to say quick hi, Albert in chat. Hello, good to see you, Albert. Thanks for joining us. He joins us in a lot of chats. Always good to see you. Justin just got a Rich Pittman stack. A Rich fell 12 spots. Pittman fell 9. Wow, that is huge. Mike Robb in chat. I know he's in a lot of streams with Broody and Andrew. Meg, how do you respond
to Broody and Andrew? I'll agree with them. I didn't
saying last episode that they have better movie takes than you. Wait, I need to reread that after we make this pick.
I don't know what movie takes they're referencing, but I'll probably agree with them.
Damn, I was just gonna say we need to queue up the Najee.
I was gonna say that too, but
for Felix and my continued getting 20 plus exposure, and we couldn't. So do you want to go Hollywood double stack?
Yeah, let's double stack Mahomes. I mean, I love this Chiefs offense. And
yep. So yeah, not a typical build for you and I, because we usually do go double anchor in the first 6 rounds, but 1-1-4-1, Mahomes, Rashad White, Justin Jefferson, Nico Collins, Devonta Smith, Hollywood Brown, Kelsey and Brown, huge falls. So we absolutely love it. Let's bring the board back up. And then now
Mahomes was a fall too, right?
I don't know. I'll have to look in a second. Hold on 1 second. Okay, wait, Meg, how do you respond to Broody and Andrew saying last episode they have better movie takes than you? I did not. Well, and then Broody said, "What's the movie take?" I mean, they think they have better movie takes than me. I've got some really good movie takes. What are we talking? I want to
know what movie takes they're referencing.
Yeah,
and
Justin.
I will adjudicate
this. Steve is my brother. Can tell you. I mean, movie takes. I like. I don't know. I love a lot of like 80s and 90s because I'm old, but.
You haven't seen a lot of good movies, is the thing.
What do you mean? Like movies now? Yeah,
like you don't watch like a lot of like sci-fi or fantasy movies or things like that.
Well, those aren't good.
Well, they make a lot of money.
They're terrible. He says trying to get you in trouble. Stay out of this. I need to know. What movie takes of theirs is better than mine. I need to know. I mean, I wouldn't stand on my movie takes as much as my television takes, I think I have a strong, I mean, Friends of Basketball, Friends and Seinfeld, all of the shows of the 90s. I'm diehard of that. I'm a girl. I liked Sex and the City back in the day. And then you and I are diehard, like Office, Parks and Rec. Yeah. So, I mean, I definitely would stand on my TV takes more than my movie takes, and I definitely miss a lot of 80s and 90s television that rocked. Pat Mayo last year, I remember, did that whole like TV bracket, like in the summer, the dead of summer, when it was Sia, who I did shows with, did it with them, where they broke down like a 64 bracket of all the best shows. I want to say Friends made it to the final four. I can't remember. Maybe Seinfeld too, but anyways. Okay, we're coming back around the 7-8 turn. So we have James in chat talking to Tyler, saying big salute for everything you do to unify all the best ball communities. Your constant gifting memberships around different channels and general good vibes benefit all of us. Couldn't agree more. Yeah. And Tyler says, appreciate that. He is awesome in this community, always jumping in different streams, always jumping on different shows. This will be his third show with us. Cannot wait. So no, the best ball community is amazing. Interacts awesome together, streams together, and Tyler is literally one of the best at it. So great, excellent point, James. Couldn't agree with you more. I guess we should think of what pick we want to do. Probably. And then I'm having problems focusing tonight. Okay,
this is a dead zone right now. Go to running back.
Yeah, that's why. I don't like Jalen Warren as much, but I don't like this.
Yeah, go to receiver real quick.
I like Dubs.
Dubs, yeah. Go Dubs.
Shit. We've got a situation. Okay, I thought it froze again. Okay. And then again, this is different for us, but we'll just, we'll do like a 2 tight end build. Definitely get 6 running backs.
6 running backs, yeah.
So we're just going to hammer it in a different way here.
Yeah, I mean, that is not only do we get Kelsey 14 picks past ADP, but we can just take 2 tight ends,
Yeah. So we'll be back up in 8. I've queued 2 running backs. I'm going to queue. I don't have much Javonte. I've stayed away from. I don't like running backs on bad teams. I don't have much Spears because I was kind of crippled by the Cincy situation. And again, usually by this area, I've already taken 2 running backs. So this is like my third, and Najee is usually my favorite third. So we're in a different situation here. So with 7 picks, we've got Warren, Pollard, Brian Robinson, Javonte, Moss queued up. Any others that you wanted me to queue up?
Yeah, definitely is. It definitely is interesting. The Zamir White, Madison stuff.
I'm not taking. I have 6% and I'm done on that. And again, it's a running back on a crap team. I don't like it. Those make me so nervous. I think we're good there. We'll look for other stacks later unless let me just see if there's any falling value. We don't have anybody stack with Dak, but Dak's slightly they're just slight falls. We don't have anybody with Chicago. So Jordan Love already went, I believe, right? Yeah. So
he went in the 4th round.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Okay, we're up next. Warren goes, Pollard, Javonte, Warren goes, and then Wicks. So we've got, this is the top of the board, including Njoku and Dak, but then we've got Brian Robinson, Zach Moss, Tajay Spears. I'm fine with B-Rob. What do you want to do?
I
think he's a good second running back.
Let's go B-Rob. Yeah, I'd be fine with either B-Rob or Moss. Moss is a better team, but I think B-Rob's fine here.
I just think Washington's going to run more than people think.
I think they are. My concern is I just think they're going to score a lot less than people think.
Well, I would agree with that too. I'm like, Steve, tell the people how delusional I used to be as a Washington fan.
Oh, extremely. Thought
we were going to the Super Bowl every year.
Every year.
I ever since I could bet, I bet them the Super Bowl every year. I'm like super realistic this year. Watch, they will do well this year. It'll be hilarious.
So no, it's just it's a bad look. B-Rob was really good last year, and it's true.
He
Last year
looks like he's running really well, though. I saw some cut-ups from preseason here. He looks like he's just running harder. By the way, in the DFS streets, like only like 5.1K on DK too.
Yeah, no, he is very interesting. Week one, you know, and look, like last year he had a good year, and I do think Eckler will have a larger share than Gibson. And last year they obviously threw more than any team in the NFL. And while, you know, Daniels is going to run more than Hal did, Hal ran a fair chunk. I just worry that with the offensive line, I just don't think they're going to score as much. And as we saw in the first preseason game, you know, Daniels, you know, wasn't tush push, but is inside the 5. Daniels took that keeper.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's going to steal some touchdowns, just like Hal did. Hal had like 6 rushing touchdowns last year. So yeah, I just think, you know, B-Rob is fine. And it's kind of like, I think this is where he goes. I just don't like him any higher. You know, I think,
I love him in this range. Let me grab notes from the chat really quick. Of course, laughing at your friendly fire, but no, I am totally delusional on Washington. But this year I'm much more realistic. Why are you so low on Jonathan Brooks? Fair question. Andrew, who's in chat, has been much higher on Jonathan Brooks than Justin and Steve and I. But for me, it's just I understand he could have the Brees ramp up, but again, bad team. I know Jets ended up being a bad team last year, but I just don't know. Are they really going to push him at the end of the season if they're, you know, 4 and whatever? I was honestly looking back. It's actually shocking the Jets did push Brees as much when they had nothing to play for. And so that's where I'm at. I like taking the several round discount on Chuba.
And I'll say a couple of different things about the Jets situation. The Jets situation, because of the Aaron Rodgers thing, they needed something to get fans in the door. The thing that's going to get fans in the door is obviously Bryce Young. It's Deontay Johnson. It's going to be, you know, Xavier Legette, their first round pick. You know, stuff like that. Like ramping up Jonathan Brooks is not necessarily going to be it. And also they did have Chuba Hubbard. You know, they do have Chuba Hubbard, who was good last year. And still Miles Sanders under contract, where last year the Jets had no other running back. Like if Bryce Hall wasn't running, nobody was running.
Okay, got to interrupt you really quick. We have a falling David Njoku, but we have Kelsey. I know. I'm just saying you could just be done then. I don't often do that, like 2 kind of elite tight end that situation. Well, he made the decision for us. We're not doing that. Since we have 5 receivers, would feel comfortable
Singletary.
Why Singletary over? I need more Spears.
Yeah, but Singletary's, I think, is going to be the bell count. I think we need more.
They suck.
True, but
you already got one crappy running back. Can I overrule you? I need more Spears. What if Spears is okay?
I think Pollard is going to be the guy, but
I do too. But what if we're wrong? And you know, I thought Jamal Williams was going to be the guy last year. That didn't work out so well for me. This middle range of running backs, which is another reason I think I'm so triggered from last year that I'm doing so much double anchor, because some of these middle running backs last year in this rounds, like. What round are we in? Like rounds like 9 through 12 that I felt so confident on, just burned the hell out of me. Jamal Williams, Damian Harris, Rashad Penny. It's embarrassing, like my middle running backs. I was honestly saved last year by my early running backs and my late running backs, like still hitting on like the most stared. I actually didn't. Yeah, Gus Edwards.
Ford.
Yeah. Let me hit a couple comments in chat. First of all, Star Kindler co-signed the Tyler thing. Again, all good vibes that Tyler brings to these chats, and it's honestly amazing. Hartman talked about the range that Josh Palmer went. Yeah, I love the Josh Palmer value we're still getting. Answered the Jonathan Brooks question. Mike Robb said, wait, are we back up? We're on the clock.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll throw Brandon Cooks.
Either one. I'd probably go Rico. I think we need more running back help.
We have 3, but yeah.
But we questionable ones past the first one.
Yeah. I think again, I have way more Zeke, so this is kind of a nice hedge off that.
Yeah.
So Okay, so we started 1-4-5-1. That's kind of how we like to start, balance to give us optionality later. So again, it's usually more running back heavy for us, which I know is a little different from the market, but it shows that we can go a little receiver heavy. We started, let's see, 1, 2, 3 receivers, Mahomes, Kelsey. So we didn't take our first running back till round 6, but we're obviously then hammered running back and going to get at least 6 running backs. So, okay, so we're in the 11th round now. Oops. Let me get the board up, and then they would never say anything bad about you. Can tell they enjoy the environment, just poking fun at Bruni. And then I believe Bruni asked if I watch HBO, or maybe he was talking about. I used to watch, obviously, Sex and the City was an HBO show. Let's see, anything else in chat here? Okay, Hartman, about the Jonathan Brooks thing. Good points. Bullish on Jonathan Brooks and Chuba at their costs. Yeah. I mean, is that one that you would ever take together? Like, I do think these ones with coming off of injuries, you do want to pair them. I saw, I believe, Nez, who's going to be on the chat, talking about how, like, Chuba pairs well with, like, the guys that are coming back from injury, whether it is the guy on his own team or somebody else, like a Chubb or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I would necessarily pair them in the same one, but I haven't taken much Brooks, but if so, it would definitely be in a build where I feel very strong about the rest of my running back room, especially early on. I wouldn't want a lot of early buys. I would much rather do it in a team with, like, Derrick Henry than Saquon. Just little things like that, because he probably isn't there to cover for Saquon week 5. But he could very well be there.
With the late buy.
Yeah, he could very well could be there to be your number 1 running back when Derrick Henry's off week 14.
Yeah.
So it's just stuff like that. I mean, those are the extreme examples, but just
Chuba with Chubb and Ford with the Brooks. I saw Nez on Twitter.
Yeah, that's a great way.
I believe that was Nez. I think I always try to attribute the right person. But yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Like the right like pairing. And then you made a good point about the pairing of, like, which bye week. You have this guy with a later bye week. Okay, then as opposed to a guy like Saquon with an earlier bye week. Okay, we're back on the clock again. Brandon Cooks is falling like a rock because he's got, like, missing the next couple practice. Who cares? Yeah. So we will take him if he falls, and he does.
Yeah, and they took the other guy I would have taken, Mike Williams. And
I mean, I think this is too low on Mike Williams too. I mean, yes, these guys are older. Yes, you can call them a bit injury prone, but you're getting them 139 and 140 now. I mean,
I will take it.
20 pick discount on Brandon Cooks, and targeting the offense that is one of the most pass happy. I absolutely love that. Also correlates to our Devonta Smith pick, like a double skinny. Exactly. You've got Devonta Smith, and then you've got Rico Dow and Brandon Cooks. So I like that a lot.
One of the likely highest scoring games, week 17, we got.
That's the one. When I go to Best Ball Overlay, there's so many other different features you can look at. You can look at your playoff stacks. You can look at exposures by rounds. You can look at all sorts of data. Highly recommend it. Use code Fanspeak, get $10 off to make it $20 on just $20 a month. And by the way, you will be able to use it in season in the Battle Royale Street. So keep that in mind too. But yeah, only $20 a month with code Fanspeak. We're coming back up into, we've got a 1-4-6-1. Any stacks that we could start building out? We all got, like, these high guys. Might want to think of a receiver that we can build out a stack for. So it's a shame Mike Williams went, because, like, Rodgers would be.
I thought of that.
I'll just queue up, honestly, guys that we're willing to take.
Yeah. And Darnold probably isn't because of Mahomes, but
thank you.
I would just look at tight end real quick.
If we wanted, that's early for Conklin. Never mind.
We could do Rodgers here and hope Conklin comes back.
Oh yeah, I do like
slightly early on Rodgers, but I like Mahomes.
It's not Mahomes Rodgers. It's a few picks early on Rodgers. If not, you could take Corley if you wanted. So, we'll put Conklin up here.
I don't know. It's not sounding great on Corley.
Really? I thought there was good coach speak, which, by the way, Coach Speak Index, I'm so excited to have him on. And by the way, have you heard his best ball karaoke? The guy has pipes. He can sing. It is insane.
I haven't.
Oh my God, it's so good. I need to make it's supposed to
yeah.
make him.
Yeah, no, the Corley thing, I don't know, it sounds like Xavier Gibson's gonna have a role there, and I don't know.
There was some coach speak that it was basically like he's still got a lot to learn, but he can do a lot with the ball in his hands and the ball in space and that kind of stuff. So, I wonder if it's something that I just have to think later in the season he could unseat an Xavier Gibson with talent. But look at Mims is this Mims' second year, right?
Second year, yeah.
Yeah, look at Mims last year. I mean, I was betting Mims alts like every week, being like, this is going to be the week. This is going to be the week that Sean Payton.
Just because the first couple of games he hit it, he had those.
He did those first couple of weeks. The game against Washington, he had like 130.
To be fair, everyone did, but
yeah, everybody. Yeah, you could hit an all.
Yeah,
blow past. What's his face? Who's that skinny cornerback?
Forbes.
Yeah. Oh my God, our secondary is so bad. So yeah, he had a couple early games and then just totally disappeared. And I kept betting his alts because I was like, it's just going to happen. It just can't not happen. And it did not. Whoa, Bo Nix. That's a rise.
Well, he did get an announced starter, but
yeah, he's a starter. Did they get Sutton? Yeah, they did.
Oh, they did.
They did. Yeah,
they took Sutton early though, right?
Yeah. Okay, he's there, so we'll get Conklin if he's there. If I can't pronounce. Gilbertron doesn't take him. Yeah, definitely some early and late guys here. Ooh, I love a Conklin as like a second tight end.
Yep.
In a build where you get an elite tight end. He's got that floor, and then with Rodgers, he's gonna have that ceiling too. So,
absolutely. As I've mentioned on other shows before, a couple years ago, Robert Tonyan was tight end 3. Yeah. Why? Because Rodgers decided to throw him 13 touchdowns that year, or whatever it was. Like that's what Aaron Rodgers can do.
Hartman says Cooks and Fat Keenan Falls are crazy right now. No, they are. I mean, this is like overreaction season too. Yeah. I keep forgetting that we come back up rather quickly after that, but I'm really happy we got a second stack that we love. And Conklin Kelsey is like perfect. Okay, so I queued up other quarterbacks to just keep an eye on since we don't have any stacks built out. But with one pick to go, we have a 2-4-6-2. This is going to need to be, if we do 3 quarterbacks, a 3-6-7-2, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are there any receivers that we could build out stacks with? I don't know, is Baker still there? No,
Baker's gone. I mean, we could take Levis and take Boyd.
Oh, that's true. Boyd goes. And this is right around Levis's range, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not a range of running backs that I'm honestly desperate to hit. This is the range of running backs makes me cringe. Yeah. I'll show you the range of running. I mean, I need some more Tracy. I need to pump the brakes on Pierce. What the hell is going on there? Is it just that he doesn't do good in that one cut scheme or whatever?
I guess
this is my guy. Tank Bigsby's my man.
Bigsby. 17. I'm still, even though there's multiple Broncos there, I still like Audric Estime. Hayden Winks talked about like he is such a good pass blocker. He's gonna find a way on the field. This is how Kyron Williams got on the field, and he's also by far going to be their best goal line back. So that alone could get him work.
Any other are you still taking any Jamal Williams with the?
Jamal. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is the easy late.
Steve, he has PTSD. He's having major issues right now. No. You need to stop taking. How much Clyde Edwards-Helaire do you have? Did you hear the reports? No, like he seriously. It was on Roto-World. He has PTSD. He's not at practice. I mean,
I know he's not at practice, but I just think, I don't know.
He should be the second Chiefs running back, but we don't know. Yeah. I mean, who knows? This could be a situation where he's like, "Fuck it, I'm retiring." You just don't know. Maybe I'm just saying I'm pumping the brakes on Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
I just meant for our build with the Chiefs, but
yeah. But no, I mean, is it even in this write-up? I mean, he's plummeted, obviously. Wait, where is he now?
He's gone. I mean, for a while now, he's gone in the 18th round.
I mean, my typing is crushing it right now. It just says in the mix behind Pacheco. Illness will maintain his spot. Report notes revealed last month he's dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder, has missed a number of practices. They just keep asking Reed when he's going to come back. So, yeah, I'm sure he'll be back, but it's just a little risky, and I have enough bags on him that I'm kind of – all right, so we're good on quarterback. We have 3 quarterback. Oh, wait, Levis we're trying to build out? Boyd, right?
Yep.
Thank you. Sorry, I got sidetracked.
Hey.
And I just wanted to pull up running backs we were considering. There was another Coach Speak index of just the guy, Dennis Allen, and which, by the way, in the betting show, Dennis Allen's my prediction for first coach fired. Who do you think the first coach fired will be?
I mean, that's a fair one. I think
he's terrible. I think he's awful.
Yeah. What's his name for the Giants? Could very well be.
I mean, they're going to be bad, but I mean, Dable's sharp though. Don't you think they'll be like, oh, let's give Dable a year with a real quarterback?
Yeah, but
because they just force bet him Daniel Jones, and that's not fair to him.
Yeah, but this is his 3rd year. Like, coaches don't get a long time, especially.
I know, but they forced Daniel Jones on him.
Yeah, but that was partly his decision.
That's true. I didn't watch the Hard Knocks. Did you?
I've seen a little bit.
Okay, so what numbers are we up at so we can make decisions here? We want to get Boyd stacked.
Yeah.
We're at 188, 197, 212.
So we can probably wait for 197 for Boyd. Unless you really want to take him.
Oh, did my guy Tank went? Damn it. That's my guy. I don't know. Do you like Tracy that much more? At this point, it's really just a matter of opinion. I mean,
then might as well get Boyd. I
say get the stack. Get the stack.
I'm not huge into Tracy.
I don't give a crap about closing line value.
Yeah.
As in the last rounds, I just go get your guys. So we have 2, 4, 7, 2. We're just going to grab 2 more running backs. Unfortunately, Tank has been like I have like 17% because he's like my 5th or 6th running back a ton. Okay, we're going to have to get a little more creative here. I don't know if Tracy will make it back to us. What's your take? Do you think Damon Pierce could get traded? Like, what do you think?
I don't know what's happening there. I mean,
Saquon better stay healthy, but because I have a lot of bags of him. But do you think I only have 1% Shipley? Do you like Shipley even with some standalone value over Kenny Gainwell?
I mean, he could. I think he still has to earn it. I mean, I still take a little Roshan Johnson and Alexander Madison. I'm definitely taking.
Oh yeah.
I'd actually probably move Madison up to the top.
Really above Tracy?
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance if what we've seen in preseason somehow flips and Madison takes over that role, Tracy has no chance of overtaking Singletary.
Who do you have ranked higher, Tracy or Madison? Because we could get Tracy.
I think Madison.
Really?
Yeah.
You just think Madison could overtake that role where you don't think? Okay. All right, I'll do it. I got my way on the last one, by the way.
And also, if there's an injury, even if they're clear backups, if there's an injury, I don't know if Tyron Tracy's like taking over full role. He's like a pass catching guy, Like he might.
I was gonna say, the draft profiles way better than I do. Okay, so then we're up with our last pick at 212. Last week, one of my friends saw our show and they were like, "You were so bossy with your brother on the picks," and I'm like, I'm bossy with my brother all the time, and in this show and in Sibling Showdown the picks. But that's why we're like Monica and Ross. I'm just bossy like Monica. So, all right. So, Star Kindler says I heard Kean's up to 560. Maybe he becomes tight end eligible. So a lot of good Fat Keenan jokes out there. Wandell Dimes as a stack. Don't have many Danny Dimes stacks. Are you ever taking Burks? No.
And he just got, I know he got kind of banged up at practice the other day. I'm not sure what the latest is on him. So yeah, I just don't see it with Burks. Never have.
You didn't see it from the beginning. You called that from the beginning. I remember 2 years ago, I was taking Burks, and you're like, I wouldn't do that. And then last year, who was it? I was taking Quentin Johnson. You're like, I wouldn't do that. So you've been right on that 2 years in a row.
I don't, and I mean, maybe I missed something on the coach speak with him. Like I've heard them say that he'll, he's been working hard and stuff like that, but I haven't seen like him actually do anything.
Yeah, what is this deal? Hartman says Cam Akers sees in Houston. Like what? I just cannot figure out the Houston situation behind Mixon. Like, what's going to happen? It just
seems it's very weird because they've they've given Pierce some run.
But he hasn't. It's been inefficient in preseason.
Yeah, they like that Jordan, from Louisville, and then Cam Akers. Yeah, it's very weird. I mean, Pierce was like the late round, mid round running back from a couple years ago, and now, I mean, he just can't crack the line.
I mean, there are those backs though. Alfred Morris, who I absolutely adored in Washington, was kind of like that, right? Just like did well only in one type of scheme.
Yeah, sure.
So do you think he could get moved? Is I guess my question.
Yeah, though I just don't know where, it's not like there's a lot of starting gigs out there.
I mean, there's depth gigs that like Dallas Chargers, that kind of stuff. Okay, so we'll see if Jamal Williams or Roschon Johnson. I have 4% of each, so I'm fine with either. Massive negative. Kendra Williams, coach speak again from Dennis Allen. I got sidetracked talking about how
Kendra Miller,
Kendra Miller, who I talked about. Dennis Allen, I think, is my prediction. First coach fired. I think the Saints stink, and he's a terrible coach. But massive negative coach speak. So I just wonder if we could get some Jamal Williams like goal line action. And then you got Roschon Johnson in that situation. Chicago 3-headed backfield. But I know Andrew, Pat from Best Ball Overlay really likes them. I've got 4% of each. I'll let you choose.
I'll go Jamal Williams. I think he's way lower owned.
That's a good point. And you just wrote an article. I'm going to have an article up by tomorrow about how I got, was really happy with my Darnold bags in time box tournaments. I mean, you can take stands in this too, in BBM, and get a really low owned guy in BBM. Established Run does a great job of projecting ownership for that. But then if you get a low owned guy like in a time box tournament, like the current puppy that's out, or if they release something this week or something or next week, you can get just massive leverage. I was really, I mean, on some of those ones where we have Sam Darnold, we could be one of the only ones with Sam Darnold. And that, again, if he does what I think he could do, I know a lot of people don't agree with me. It's interesting. It's interesting of getting a super low owned guy that could pop at the right time. And you wrote an article about that. Check that out on fanspeak.com. All our articles are completely free. So we finished it up 3-6-7-2. Andrew says it has to be Pierce or Jawar. I guess he means it's the RB2 in Houston. Yeah, that one is just so perplexing to me. I don't think we had anybody else that made it into this draft room with us. I'm bummed that Justin and some others couldn't. So let's just go through our draft. We were from the 5 spot, 3-6-7-2. As much as I want some more Bijan shares, I also want to get above the field on Jefferson. So it was Patrick Mahomes. Oh, and we also talked about getting more Texans, more Bears, more Chiefs. So we accomplished some of these. So we got Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Will Levis, all stacked. Rashad White, Brian Robinson, Tajay Spears. That actually correlated too. Forgot about that, but Best Ball Overlay shows you. Rico Dow, Alexander Madison, Jamal Williams, who those two actually play each other week 17 too. Justin Jefferson, Nico Collins, Devonta Smith, Hollywood Brown stacked. Obviously, Romeo Doubs, Brandon Cooks, Tyler Boyd stacked, Travis Kelce stacked, and Tyler Conklin stacked. So obviously, again, all of our quarterbacks are stacked. We have some mini run backs. I just mentioned the two last mini week 17 run backs. I just mentioned the two last running backs that we took, but also the situation of like Devonta Smith and Dow and Brandon Cooks. So
there's also Jefferson and Doubs is week 17.
Yep. Thank you. Yeah, that's another really good week 17 one that I like. So definitely a little bit different build for us because like we've made a big stand and we're going to be doing a strategy show that'll be up in the next day or two. Last year we did it just to round out draft season. These were our 4 biggest stands of draft season, and we're going to do one this week that'll be up too. These are our biggest stands of this draft season that we lean into the most. Like, for instance, last year was late round tight end, and we really hit on that with like Sam Laporta and Jake Ferguson's of the world. This year it's double anchor running back is one of them. Maybe you call it modified double anchor, where you're getting 2 running backs in the first 6 rounds because of the falling prices on that, but still making sure you're addressing those receiver position so you don't fall too far behind. This was different because we didn't take our first running back till around 6 or 7, but I still think we built out a strong room with grabbing a bunch in a row and grabbing 6 total. The last 2 are a little obviously weekend flyers, but I still think it's okay. And obviously having, we're bullish on the Titans, a Chiefs, Jets, Titans stack. Always love that. Again, we have some correlation there, starting with, and then we're anchored by Justin Jefferson, the best receiver in the league. So it's different for me, I'd say, but I'm happy with it overall. What are your final thoughts on this team?
Yeah, I mean, we got a team that has Justin Jefferson, Patrick Mahomes, and Travis Kelce, potentially the number 1 guy at each of those positions. So that's not bad.
Yeah.
Our running back is definitely not what we typically do, but I think, we took 6 and we took a mix of guys that, upside plays, floor plays, etc. I think we're weaker at running back than we typically are. But our receivers are really strong. And that's why, I think we can be very happy with that. Jefferson, Nico, Devonta, Hollywood, Dubs, Cooks, and Boyd is just like the perfect floor play, the chef's kiss of receivers.
That's why I'm glad we went ahead and got that 3rd stack and got Boyd as like that nice floor play too. Because in these rooms, you just don't know where they're going to go. Yeah. And I mean, who gives a crap about
especially
for at the end of the draft?
We know that Hollywood, might miss the first game or 2. We know that Dubs is going to, that Packers room, it's going to be roulette,
totally.
Some weeks are going to be great. Some weeks are not. And kind of the same for the Texans. I think Nico's going to be the number 1 there, but he'll have weeks where he just doesn't perform because it's a Dell or Diggs week.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. I think we have a really good overall build, and I like how we ended up building it out despite it not being our typical style.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Hardman agrees. He likes this year could be a great year for double anchor with the falling RB prices. Yeah, that's where we're just seeing kind of some massive leverage of, if you kind of as like a modified double anchor, you're getting, potentially a second really bell cow type running back. I mean, Riggs is going to wipe out my microphone any minute now. In the 6th round, and that's just amazing. So yeah, absolutely love that. We'll talk about that more on the strategy show. And he's a nice squad. Something has to feel weak when you get that monster Mahomes Kelce stack. So absolutely right. Sorry, this microphone's going to go. Hey, lay down. All right. Well, this was fun, Steve. We are down to 1 more draft together. How many more BBMs are you trying to do? I think I now only have like 14 or 15 left personally to get to 75. How many more?
I don't even think I'm going to get to 75 just because I think I'm, going to try and do more sprints and marathons with like the overlay there.
Yeah.
But
you were the same as me. You did a ton of like anything 101 down. You were hammering those good advanced rate contests, and you're doing a ton of action on drafters and DraftKings too.
Yeah, no, but I mean on Underdog, I'm going to have well over 500 drafts. So.
The guys were asking me today, and I was like, he still has a ton on Underdog. I couldn't remember. So you'll hit the 500 mark on the Gladiator. What's the rate back on that?
30%.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, this has been fun. We're going to have a strategy show up this week. Check out Justin and Andrew are on tomorrow night. And then, of course, Friday, 4 to midnight, Andrew and I are hosting a 8-hour live stream, tons of guests. Steve's going to be on playing Jeopardy against Spread with Bruni as the amazing Alex Trebek host. So it's going to be a ton of fun. So we got a lot of fun stuff to end best ball summer, obviously this week and next week. And then that week of Labor Day starts the beautiful in-season schedule, and we will have a ton of great content covering every aspect you need. Daily fantasy, underdog dailies, sports betting, you name it, we'll have it. So we're really excited. Be sure to be subscribed. Check out all of our free content on Fanspeak. This has been fun, Steve. So for Steve, I'm Meg, and we will see you next time.